Hi everyone, my name is Demetria and I go by Mrs. D when I'm teaching piano lessons, and I am the owner and founder of Read and Rhythm Creative Academy, which is where your kids can come and learn beginner piano skills with me. So I specialize in working with younger kids ages 4 to 12, but also I'm happy to teach some very bold adults as well. And so it's all fun, it's all games, it's all learning the beginner piano skills that will help to build that foundation as they start to put their notes together and their keys together and create chords and then eventually songs of their own. So I'm not just about teaching from books and learning how to play the notes, although those are important, learning how to read notes, but I'm also about teaching how to play from the soul, how to play creatively and to enjoy the process of learning piano. So how do you know when your child is ready for piano lessons, especially since I am taking on younger kids? So I'm going to answer this question. It's one that parents ask me quite often. How do I know when my child is actually ready to learn? So first of all, age is a factor, but it is not a magic number. So it could be that your child is ready at 4, but some children are not ready at 4. So some kids need to wait until they're 6 or 7 or 8. So it just depends on a lot of factors. You'll know when your child is ready, but here are a couple of ideas to help you gauge whether that readiness is there. Can your child follow simple instructions such as put your hands in your lap or follow the leader, tap this rhythm with me, those kinds of things? If they can follow basic instructions like that, that's one indication that they may be ready for piano. Do they recognize patterns or letters, especially? Because in music, we will be using our letter notes to learn the keys, but we'll also be learning by patterns and by numbers. So if they can count to 10, if they know their letters A through G, preferably all the letters of the alphabet, but we'll mainly be using A through G in piano, then they're very likely they're ready for getting started with beginner piano skills. Can they focus for about 10 minutes at a time? We really need some deep dive, focused, intensive instruction in piano lessons. So it's important that they're able to sit for a little bit. 10 minutes is all I ask, so that even if they're kind of done after 10 minutes, we can recalibrate, we can move over to another area of the room and play a game and come back for another 10 minutes. But that focused 10-minute block session will help us accomplish a lot in our piano lessons. So if your students have an attention span where they can sit for 10 minutes at a time, preferably longer because our lessons are generally 30 minutes, then that's going to help a lot. And lastly, is your child curious about the piano? Do they naturally find themselves wanting to explore the keyboard and wanting to just kind of play around on it? If they're pressing keys and clunking around on the piano, if they're asking questions, if they're pretending to play the piano, that is a green light. It's an indicator that they are very curious and very likely ready to learn. But if your child isn't curious, they could care less about the instrument, then there's no pressure, right? Just wait a little bit longer, maybe wait 6 months, a year, however long it takes for them to have a natural, inquisitive desire to learn the piano. And some students just want to play around on the piano on their own terms and not necessarily want formal and structured lessons. This is why I think it's important for parents to really make that call. Make the decision of whether your child is ready or not before you bring them to lessons. Not every instrument is for every child. Some children will, of course, be very attracted to the piano, and others will be attracted to other instruments such as drums or guitar or even the violin. So maybe it's not piano for your child. And so it's a good idea to just maybe do a trial class or so with a piano teacher that's willing to do that. I give discounts for first classes because I believe that it's a good idea to have a trial before we work through those first couple of lessons with your student. So these are my tips for helping you figure out if your child is ready for piano lessons. And if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me here in the comments area in YouTube. I'd love to hear from you. Any questions you have, any recommendations for next video topics, please let me know, and see you in the next video.